Hello everybody, I am Parveen and I welcome you to the App DNA channel where we talk about all things apps. If you have been following our channel, you would see that we have built several apps like donor, library, events. But today I'm going to talk about one app which is going to make your life much more organized and productive. You need not use pen and paper anymore to organize your daily tasks, because today we'll be learning how to create a simple task manager app with our low-code platform Zoho Creator. You might ask me what our low-code platform is. A low-code platform is a platform where we use a drag and drop interface where you drag elements and drop them and hence quickly build your apps and deploy them. With Zoho Creator, I'm going to build a task manager app today. But first, let's see what a task manager app essentially should do. A task manager app should essentially let you assign priorities to the task, list them down, and then tell you whether you have a deadline to meet them and when you have completed them. So let's look at the 5 essential features that our task manager app should have today. The first feature is that we should be able to capture the task owners. The task owner could be anyone who will be responsible for your tasks, let's say yourself, your sales department or your support department. The second feature is that we should now capture the tasks and assign these tasks to these task owners who are responsible for them. The third feature is that we should share the app with our task owners so that they can have a look at all the tasks that they are assigned to and they can complete them. The fourth feature is that we are going to create buttons which will help us easily move these tasks between the priority levels, let's say from the high to medium to low, or when we have completed them to move them to the completed queue. The fifth feature is that we are gonna have a dashboard where we will be able to see our tasks much more prettily and we can visualize them better. Now that we know the 5 essential features that our task manager app should have, we'll go to creator.zoho.com where we will be starting with our first feature. For the first feature, that is capturing our task owners, we are going to use a form where we will capture this information about our task owners. So let's go to Creator and get started with the app. Welcome to the Creator homepage where we will be building our task manager app today. We have the option to build a new application here, or if you have already been using some kind of spreadsheet to manage your tasks, then you can simply import those files and all your tasks will be imported into an app. Let's build one from new. And this would take us to our app gallery homepage where we have about 100 pre-made applications by our developers which are ready to be installed. And the app that I'll be building today is actually a smaller version of the tasks done app that we have here, which we will later be installing, and I'll be showing you what all features, extra features this is having. But for now, I'm going to create one from scratch so that you know how easy it is to make apps with Creator. I'm gonna name my application as App DNA Task Manager to go with the brand App DNA. It's creating, and now it will take me to the workspace where it asks me to create a new form. As I told that we need to create a task owner form, I'll be creating a new form today, and it asks me, I want to create it from blank. If you have some data, you can import it, create from a template or integrations. Create one from blank, and I'm gonna name it as task owners, so we know or what departments are responsible for the tasks. And the task owner form is here. Now this is the drag and drop interface that I was talking to you about. We have our data fields here which we are going to drag on this and create our form. So we drag the single line field here and we'll name it as task owner. So it will capture the task owners and hit done. Now this form is pretty simple because it's just going to have one data field. So we can access this application and see how our form looks like. So this is the task owner. Let me say that the first task owner is the support department. So we put support and hit submit. So automatically Creator creates reports for each data that you submit. So in the task owners report, we have our first task owner as support. Now this is the live mode of our app. We go back to our edit this application to go the edit space where we will be continuing building the app. Now that we have seen how to build a simple form, we will move on to the next feature where we will capture the tasks and assign them to the task owners that we have now created. So let's build the second form quickly. To capture the tasks, we have to build our second form, which will be creating the same way we built our task owner form. I'll name the form as tasks and hit create. Now I would want to know the name of the task, so I'll use the single line field here and name it as task. Then I would want to know the due date and time. So I will use the date time field that we have here and name it as due date time. Next, I want to know the task owner who has to be assigned for this role. For this, I'll be using a very special field called the lookup. Is used to relate two forms with each other so that we can access the data residing in another form for our current form. So the form I want is the task owner form, and the field I want is the task owner. So this would fetch the task owners for me in this form so that I can easily use them. And then I would want to know the status of tasks. For this, I will be using the drop down menu here. What the status is that I am assigning a priority for my task. So it could be high, medium, low, or the status could be just completed once the task is done. So I'm going to name it as status. And then the drop downs would be high, medium, low, and completed. Add another one, and this would be completed. And hit done. So our tasks form is also done, and now I click done and access this application to go to the live mode where we will see our tasks form. So this here is our tasks form. Let's add our first task. Let's say the task is to attend to a security ticket. The due date time could be today at this time. And then the task owner is support. The lookup field works. It shows me the task owners here, so I can select them. And let's say the status is high, and I hit submit. When I go to the tasks report, it's already here. I know that I have a security ticket that I need to attend to today immediately. The status is high, and my task owner is the support department of my team. So the second feature is done here. We have the task owners and we have the tasks form. We are moving ahead with our app, and that's why I want you to know which all features we have completed. Now that we have built our forms, we are going to move to the third feature where we are going to share the app with our task owners so they can have a look at their tasks. So let's see how to share the app. To share the app with our task owners, we go to the share button here. I want to share the application with the user who is a task owner, and then I'm going to create a custom permission for him. Let's say the permission name is task owner. And here I can set the permissions. Now I don't want the user to have access to the task owner form. I'll leave that to the admin, which is me, to add the task owners. And I don't want them to access the task form and create new tasks as well. All I want them is to view the task report. So I will click on the view task reports so that they can check the tasks that they have been assigned to, and then I hit next. So here I can add the users. So I can invite all my task owners to access this app. Let's say my colleague Akshay is going to be a user, and I'll send him an invite saying, hey, you are a task owner. And hit share. Now the app has been shared to him, so we will go to Akshay's email and see whether he got the invite. This is Akshay's email, and here he has got the invite from me. Hey, you are a task owner. So go to application. And here you can see that he does not have access to the task owner form, which has the sole access by only the admin, and he can see the tasks report. So he can see that there was a security ticket created earlier on today, and the task owner is the support. So if he is in the support department, he will know that it's his ticket and it's high so that he can do it. So we are done with the third feature, which was sharing the app. Now that we have done our forms and sharing, we are going to move ahead with workflows and custom action buttons. In the fourth feature, we are going to create 4 buttons for our priority levels, and we are gonna use some workflow to move these tasks between the priority levels. So let's see how to create the workflows and the custom action buttons. It's gonna be much more exciting. To create the custom action buttons for our priority levels, we have to go to the tasks report, where we will be creating our custom action button. We go to the actions on the right hand side and click the plus here for a single record. It asks us to add a new item. I click on it, and then it asks me what the menu display name should be. I would say the first one I want is the high priority, so I'll name it as high. Run this action for all records or selected records. I click selected records because I want this button to work for only those whose status is medium or low priority. I don't want the high priority tickets to have this button. So I'm gonna select status equals low or status equals medium. Now the workflow name can be high, and write a workflow. Add a new action. Run this action on a custom action. and create your own script. So this is the Deluge workspace where we create our own codes. But the coding is so simple, you'll see that we are truly low code. So now what I'm going to do here is the action input dot status equals high. What this does is it goes to the status of the record where I have added the custom action, and it changes the status to high. So if the ticket is medium or low and I'm clicking on the high button, it just changes the status to high. So the status changes. This code is very simple. It's just one line, and I hit save. And I hit create menu here. Now when I go to the fields, I go to the layout here and I add fields. So I go to the custom action item high and I add it. Now when I go to access this application, you will see that the high button is right there here. But because the status of our security ticket was already high, this is disabled. So let's go and create a new task. Let's say the task is contacting a client. Task owner is support, the status is low, and hit submit. What happens for low status ticket now? You see that the low status ticket has the high button. When we click on the high, the status changes to high and the buttons are disabled. Now that we are done with the high priority button, we will create all the other custom buttons in the similar way. So we'll create them really fast. We go to actions, we create a new one, we name this one as medium. Selected records should be the ones whose status equals high or status equals low. Workflow name is medium. Create workflow. Input.status equal to medium. And we are done with the workflow. Create menu. So we'll create low now. Selected records. Status equals high or status equals medium. Workflow name is low. Create workflow. Go to the custom actions. Create your own script. Input.status equal to low. Hit save and create menu. The next button that we will create will be the completed button. So this one will happen when the status is either high, low, or medium. Status equals high or status equals medium or status equals low. Why all the three conditions? Because if the status says completed, then we don't want the button, but for all the other priorities, we want the completed button. And create the workflow. Input.status equal to completed. Hit save and create menu. Now that we have done with all the three buttons, we will go to the layout and quickly add these buttons. So add fields, newly created medium, fresh low, and relieving completed. So we are done with all the fields. Now we can access this application and see how our tasks report looks like. So here it is. Because both the statuses were high, we have medium, low, and complete. We will add a new task. Let's say this one is calling your wife. Task owner is not support, and let's say it is medium, and hit submit. So when we go to the report, we see that calling your wife is there, high, low, and complete button is here. So let's say that you suddenly realized it's high, so you go to high and the status changes to high, and once you complete it, you hit complete so that the status change is completed. Now we are done with our custom action buttons and the coding that was needed to change the status. We are almost done with our app, and in the fifth feature we are going to see how to make it visually much more appealing. Now we will use conditional formatting so that at a glance we can see our high tickets or medium tickets, and I'm also going to use color coding so that our tickets look much more better and you can visualize your tasks way easier. For better representation of our tasks, we will open the builder of the tasks report and we will use the grouping function here. So we are going to group our tasks on the basis of status and then we hit done. So now when we access the application, we will see that our tasks would be grouped according to their statuses. So we have the completed tasks here, we have the high tickets here, and now we will use some color formatting so that it looks much better. So we select the task and then we go to the conditional formatting here where we have some templates. So let's say that I want the red color for my high formatting. Name it as high and I'll select the field as status equals high. Save. Next, I also want another formatting for my medium and low. So I go to the yellow for my medium. Selected records status equals medium and hit save. We are done with high, medium. Let's go for our low. Let's say for the low, I want a light green color. Selected records status equals low and save. Next, I want for the completed, so I want a very nice green color for my completed. Let's set this. Selected records status equals completed and hit save. Now that we have done the conditional formatting, let's access this application and check how our task report looks now. So you see that our task report looks fantabulous now. The completed is shown in green, the low is in light green, the medium is yellow, and let's say I make it into high, it's gonna show the red alert. Let's see how Akshay sees this report as. So here is Akshay's task manager. I refresh it and yeah, it's very colorful, so he knows that these tasks have been completed. These are the high tickets, these are the medium, and if he has the ownership of these tasks, then he would take care of them immediately. So we are done with our fifth feature, that was the visual representation of our tasks. We are done with our app, so let's have a quick demo and see what all we have learned in this app and how it works finally. A quick demo of the app that we have built today would be adding a new task owner. Let's say it's your sales department. Hit submit. In the owner's report, you have sales as well now. Make a new task. Let's say it's about confirming a sale made. The due date time would be something. Add the task owner as the sales status, could be medium, and hit submit. Then you go to the tasks report. You see your security ticket. You're confirming the sales ticket is right here and it is medium. So if you want to make it to high, you push it and it comes in the high category. If you wanted to make it low, it comes in the low. Okay, this one low. And then when you finally complete it, you just push the complete button so that it comes above in the completed tasks. So this is the simple app that we have built today. Now let's have a look at the tasks done app that we have in our app gallery that our developers have built for you. If you don't want to build the app by yourself, you can readily install this app and start managing your tasks right away. We go to the creator.zoho.com page where we will install the tasks done app and look at what our developers had in store for us. We go to new application. We go to the tasks done app here, install this application. And here you see that the UI is much better because our developers have used HTML and a lot of other features. So you have high priority tickets here, medium, low, and completed. Then you have your contacts where you can add a record, email name, profile pic. You can directly add a high priority ticket here. Let's name it as test high. And then it appears here. So it looks much better. And then you can share it to someone. Share with your contacts, so it again takes you to add contact and then the email. So you see there's a lot more in this app. I would like you to install this app from our app gallery and try it for yourself if you don't want to make the app by yourself, but it's highly recommended that you learn how to create your own apps because it's so much more empowering. I feel much more organized already just building this app. I hope you have enjoyed the process of watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you want to see much more videos on apps, then just subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions regarding this process, then just shoot them down below or go to creator.zoho.com and try the product right away.